So, you said the word stonks. Do you know anything about what that might be?
No.
Over the last year, we've completely seen the way that we view investments and stocks get flipped on its head. I could sit here for hours and discuss memes and stock trends in the infamous video game store, but we'll focus on something so fun about stocks today, thanks to new apps and helpful guides like this one. This is Microinvesting. Simply put, hi, I'm Nathan, and I'm here to break down some complex financial systems for you, because if I can understand it, our guests can understand it, and they're an adult, then so can you. All right, everybody, let's meet our guest who will be joining us today. Meet Robin.
Hi, Nathan.
Hey, Robin, how are you?
Doing great.
For starters, what do you do for a living?
Right now, I'm an HR manager.
This is an odd question, but what makes you feel like a kid when it comes to money?
I'm so familiar with all of the traditional ways of investing. It was sort of set it and forget it. You have someone you work with, you take their advice and trust them. With this whole virtual investing, it's fascinating.
Microinvesting. It is investing a small amount at each time. $1, $5, 50 cents, 20 cents. That small. I mean, what would you do if I gave you 50 cents?
Not much these days.
Where would you put 50 cents if I hypothetically gave it to you right now?
Usually I take all my change and put it in a can upstairs and it sits there. I know that's not growing, but it's convenient.
But microinvesting can be really convenient as well. And it works by dropping all of the change that you collect into what's called an ETF. It stands for an exchange traded fund. And it just means like a large group of stocks that you invest in all at once. Let's say that over a large amount of time, you invest a small amount of money. It becomes big stuff. Every day, people like you and me can get involved with stocks a lot easier because even at the age of 13, I can still invest by investing small amounts. Now, apps automatically do this for you that you can set up. All you have to do is check in every so often to assess your growth. Does this kind of make some sense?
Absolutely. Sounds great.
Yes, it is great. The whole goal of microinvesting is to simplify investments for me and for you, and just make it more accessible for the day-to-day person. Now, there's a ton of apps that allow you to do this. Some of them automatically put together a portfolio, and others allow you to pick and choose what stocks you want to invest in. Do you like going to the movies? Maybe try movie theater stocks. Do you eat a ton of candy? Or like sweet treats? Find a candy stock. Now, while these investments may seem really, really tiny, these little investments can grow to big, huge investments over time. The way they do that is through this idea called compound interest. If I take $10 and invest it into a stock, that's giving me 10% interest a year. The next year, I'll have $11. And the year after that, I'm not just gonna have $12, I'm gonna have 10% of the $11.
But what does this all have to do with memes and stonks?
So, yes, stonks are a type of stock, but sometimes they go further than that. A stonk is really just something that doesn't necessarily make a ton of financial sense, but people believe in or they love it just because they do. And because so many people believe in it or love it, it can grow exponentially. And because of that, it extends to cryptocurrency. And that's really cool because people take a cryptocurrency that has a funny name that they think is cool, or one that's contributed to a charity, and they invest in it, and it can grow to exponential heights. Could you try to explain two terms we discussed today, stonks and microinvesting?
Microinvesting, as the word says, micro is taking small amounts and putting it into investments over a long period of time so you can be really successful at the end. And it's a lot easier than that huge chunk coming out of your paycheck, which you see and you feel is really difficult.
So what about stonks? Yes, stonks.
That's an interesting evolution of the word stock, and it seems that over time it has actually become more accessible. Stonks are something that even the small investor can get involved in. It's not so big and imposing and frightening as stocks.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just people investing in what they believe in.
Nathan, you got great pizzazz.
Thank you.
And great hair.
Do you want to start saving money to put towards investments? Well, most banks have a feature that allows you to put a certain amount away automatically each week that goes to your savings. And the best part is, you don't have to worry about it.